do not miss to provide information about your UK immigration or any other country's visa refusal if it's applicable for your application form. Hi, in this video I want to cover 5 do's and 5 do nots for any UK immigration application. So number 1, please do provide precise and correct information as per the application form. If they ask you a question, if your application was refused for any other country, please provide the factual information. Number 2, provide corroborating evidence for any claim you make. For an example, if you are saying you are receiving a salary of £100,000, provide payslip for at least last 3 to 6 months. So please do provide corroborating evidence as and when possible. Number 3, keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate the application by providing information which is unrelated. For an example, if you are submitting application for yourself, then and if it's not asking about your family details, then no point of submitting passport and birth certificate and marriage certificate when it's not necessary. So don't overcomplicate application. Please keep it simple. Keep it simple, to the point, because the officer, entry clearance officer who is assessing your application, they have a lot of work and they spend not great deal of time checking every page of and every line of your documents. They just focus on the core document. So please keep it simple. Now number 4 is please do provide specified evidence for any point-based system application or let's say Appendix FM application. So for an example, in Appendix FM application, the specified evidence for employment purposes provide payslip, a letter from employer, bank statements. So these are the specified evidence. Please do provide specified evidence whenever it's applicable. Number 5 is if you are in doubt in terms of whether you should submit or should not submit the information, do submit that information. So for an example, there is a question, have you ever had a criminal conviction? And it might be spent or it might not, it might be very negligible. You might think it's not a criminal conviction, shall I not? My suggestion is do provide this information. Providing more information when you are in doubt would not harm your case. That's my personal advice as a professional working in this industry for 13 plus years. So provide information when you're in doubt. Now let's cover the 5 do nots. So number 1 is do not miss the previous UK immigration or any other visa application refusals to mention in your application. It might be repetition of my do's, but this is very precise. I have seen applicants missing this information, getting refused, being alleged for deception and getting banned for 10 years, and that's very serious. So number 1, do not miss to provide information about your UK immigration or any other country's visa refusal if it's applicable for your application form. Number 2 is do not miss to mention the details about any criminal conviction if it's applicable. Number 3 is do not rely on third party to submit your application without you verifying, because I do hear a lot of horror stories from entry clearance applications where people say, oh, I did not know about this, my agent submitted this application or information or document and I have had no knowledge. But that's not the best excuse. And it might probably put you in a very difficult situation. So please do not over rely on third party or agents to just submit your application. I want you to verify that information before it goes to the home office. If you are in agreement, then only submit the application. Otherwise, please don't submit that application. Number 4 is do not rely on unregulated advice. There are a lot of forums, a lot of discussions going on social media or on various websites. This information at times might be outdated or they might not be regulated. So please don't rely on that. Seek professional regulated legal advice if you are very serious about your UK immigration matter. Last and final is, do not overdo the application. So for an example, what I mean by that, sometime of course for genuineness of your relationship you have to submit photographs. Now yes, submit few photographs of your relationship covering, let's say, over last 2 years period, but you don't want to submit photographs of last 20 years, maybe 10 kg of photographs. Doesn't make sense, or 1,000 photographs. Maybe 20 good photographs, detailed photographs to prove your relationship is good. And likewise, what other example? Let me think of an example where people literally overdo it. Let's pick a British citizenship application. Of course, it's necessary you of course focus on your good character requirement, but if you don't have any criminal conviction or anything which can cause concern about your character to the Home Office, then you don't need to provide 1,000 or 2,000 pages of document to prove you are a person of good character. So I have seen people overdoing it. If you like, there's no harm overdoing it, but then of course it takes a lot of time for the Home Office to process the information. So my suggestion is keep it simple, again in line with the previous advice. Don't overdo the application. That's my last don'ts for any UK immigration application. If you need a specific bespoke legal advice, feel free to reach out to us. I do create a value content on YouTube very regularly. So to appreciate, I would invite you to like my video if you genuinely like the content I create. Also, I would invite you to subscribe to my channel. What will happen, it will then spread this content to a wider community at no cost, and this is what will happen. We'll just continue providing these free resources, free knowledge around UK immigration. So please do subscribe to my channel. It does help us, it does help others as well, might help your family, friends. So please do subscribe to my channel now. And yeah, if you have any follow-up question, please drop that into a comment section now. I'll prepare another follow-up video for you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are submitting your UK immigration application, I wish you all the very best. Thank you.